Okay, what we are making is collard green, which is a great food for your family, has a lot of nutrients. So we are going to be making some collard greens. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to rinse it off because I don't know if you can see very well, but it's not the cleanest. And as always, you want to make sure that you clean everything for your family and your friends and your loved ones because, again, you love them. Okay, so what we're going to do is wash it. I'm going to wash it 3 times first. After I wash it 3 times, then I'm going to soak it in my peroxide vinegar solution. I also have a video on that. You can be able to look it up and see just exactly how I made the peroxide vinegar solution, just to make sure after what the water doesn't get, the peroxide solution will be able to hopefully knock that out the park and get rid of it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now this is a quick video so that you can be able to know how to wash your fruit or vegetables. This is a solution that I use so that I can make sure I get the pesticides or whatever else they decide to put in the stuff that we eat. So what I have in here is 1 gallon of water. For if you don't have a gallon and you're estimating, basically it is 16 cups of water. So a gallon equals 16 cups. And then on top of that, you need to get some peroxide. And I went and I got this peroxide from Walgreens. I got it for 99 cents, and then they had for buy one get one half off, so I bought 2 of them. So what you do is you get 1/4 of a cup and you pour it in, and it's basically equal parts. So 1/4 of the peroxide, and it's 3%, so 3% peroxide. And then I take some distilled vinegar, white distilled vinegar, not apple cider, but white distilled vinegar. And I put 1/4 of a cup in. I'll put it over just in case if it drops some. And I sprinkle it in as well. And that, my good people, is how you make your own wash for your fruit and vegetables. And what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to submerge your vegetables or fruit in there for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Leave it in here, and then after you wait the 30 seconds to 1 minute, you go ahead to your sink, pour out all the liquid, and you go ahead and wash off the vegetables. Just wash them off with some water, and your vegetables and fruit are good to go. And that is basically how you make it. Nice and simple and quick. Thanks for watching. And again, on behalf of your loved ones, friends, and family, thank you so much for caring enough to go extra and beyond for them. Thank you, and God bless. Okay, what we have is collard greens here. And what I've done, I was able to get them on sale. I was able to get them for 99 cents. Later on, hopefully I'll be able to get the same deal I got last year, which was, I was able to get 4 for $1, which was an awesome deal. So what I'm going to do is, I've already washed this off, and what I did was I just put it under the sink, and I just grabbed each leaf and I just ran it under the water like that to wash each and every one of them off. I know that doesn't take off all the dirt. I have a peroxide solution, peroxide and vinegar solution that I've made a video on, so if you'd like to know how I made that, you can go on and check out that video. But so I washed it off, all the collard, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to devein it basically. So I'm going to push this aside. Let me check out the camera to make sure that you can be able to see what I'm doing. Let me move it over some. Okay. Okay. Now there's a couple of ways that you can be able to do this. Let me rinse off this knife. But you can be able to do it. You can be able to, the inside part of it, you can fold it, and you kind of hear it crinkling. And you can cut it off like this. And basically, all thing you're doing is just getting the stem off, the tougher part of the stem. Okay, so I put that aside, and I'm going to keep the stem because I'm planning on dehydrating it. After I dehydrate it, I'm planning on crunching it up in my food processor or my Vitamix. And the next step you can do is just go along the veins and just go along with the knife, and you can just cut it off like this. I got it off. So this is one way you can do it. Just slice it down the middle, and you're just getting the stem off. That's it, no big deal. I'll do one more example of it. And either way, you can do it. I have it on the opposite side. You're just deveining it using a knife. There you go. Or the other way, let me show you again. Crumble it in the middle. You just take it off like that. Or this is the way I prefer to do it most of the time. I just go ahead and the inside of it, I crunch it together, and I go from the side and I just rip it off. And whatever doesn't rip off, like for example this part's still on here, that basically means that it's actually soft enough that it's actually soft enough because it actually tore off with it. But I just go from the sides and it just slides right off. So I go like that, go from the side, and if you want to, you can even give yourself a little heads up. Pinch some off, and I just go from the side and slide it off. And that's the way I prefer to do it. That's my preference of choice. Whew. I'm still going to get more of it off. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go back and get this off too. Why not? And the other thing too, a trick my mom showed me is these parts right here, the ends I'm definitely going to cut off, but if I wasn't planning on dehydrating them, because I make collard greens, I slice this very thin, and I put it in there and I cook it straight with it. People eat it and my family eats it. Well, it just depends on if I'm lazy or not, if I want to do it. So, look right there, it's not the prettiest, so I'm going to take it off. I don't want to use that part. Okay. And you just get a bunch. You just slide it off. Get a good handle of it and just yank off. Yank off. Alright, so you got the gist of it. I'll be back after I have it all off there, and I will go ahead and show you how I cut it. Okay, what I'm going to be doing now, I've already got them all off. Let me push them on over so you can be able to see. I have them all off of there. Now what I'm going to do is just line them up. And this is just me being precise. You definitely don't have to do that. You can just grab as many as you want. But I'm just trying to do a little neater. Why? Because I'm doing a YouTube video. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to put it on like that. I'm going to scoot this over just a little bit. And what I do is I just kind of roll it up like a little burrito. And I'm just going to make thin slices. Now remember, I'm making a video. Keep it down, guys. And I'm cutting it thin just because that's my preference. And the thinner you cut it and then you massage it a little bit, which I'll show you, it kind of, well, even if you do it big slices, I think it's fine. But you give it a good massage, it kind of makes it a little more tender. Makes it less tense. It's nice. So, here's some of it chopped up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a bowl. Clean this bowl out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this inside of here. And then once I'm done chopping all this up, I'm going to then put it in my peroxide solution. So again, let me show you. You just grab it. No big deal. You're in a hurry. Family's hungry. You gotta hurry to make the food. And if you, as far as using your knife, you know, make sure you keep it on the cutting board. Come on, guys. You guys are making noise. Keep it down now. Come on. Okay. Just to make sure you don't cut yourself. But I'm pretty sure if you're cooking for your family, you're not going to cut yourself. You need those fingers. Okay. Alright. And I'm just slicing them. These ones aren't even as thin as the other ones. Which is cool because, well, not cool, but I'm just letting you know that it doesn't matter. There's no big, huge mistakes. The only big, huge mistake is if you actually burn it. And that's if you don't put enough liquid in it. But cooking is just supposed to just be fun. No big deal. If you do something wrong, it's fine. Figure out how to fix it. It's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put that aside. And I have some more here on the edge, so I'm going to get that too. Believe me, I'm careful with my fingers. Okay. So I have this chopped up. And here's what I was saying as far as giving it a massage. I'm just kind of breaking down the walls a little bit. Massage, massage, massage. And if you want to skip this step, you can. I just, well, like to do it. Break down the cell walls. Make it a little more tender, but I'm planning on making it tender anyway. Okay, let me see. Okay, just massaging it, breaking down the walls some. And you can see it's already kind of reducing. I don't know if you can see it. Before it was a little higher. It's actually reducing some. But remember, I washed it with water. I now want to wash it with my peroxide solution. You can check out my other video. It's basically vinegar and peroxide with water. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in here and let it submerge. And I'm going to let it sit in here for, they say you can do it for around 30 seconds to a minute. So I'm just going to set my timer and kind of clean up the area a little bit, but I'm just going to submerge it in here. While I'm doing it, I'm kind of massaging it into the water. So any of the dirt that I haven't been able to get, the peroxide and the vinegar will be able to get it for me. Because you hear so many horror stories about stuff being contaminated and pesticides and stuff. And if you can buy organic, definitely buy organic, but money is tight. I can't buy organic, so I have to just do what I can. So here's the solution. I'm going to let it sit in there for around 30 seconds more, and I will be back. Before I go on, another thing I'm planning on doing is chopping up the ends. I'm going to go ahead and put this inside the collard. Instead of dehydrating it or whatnot, I'm just going to put it inside and use it. So I cut the ends off, and then I'm just going to cut them small. I keep the blade on the thing. I'm mindful of my hand. Go a little slower. Don't want to nick my hands. And I'm just doing small little ones. Just fine. Is it getting it? Good. I'm going to put it over here. Thanks. That's my husband back and he just told me good job. I'm proud of myself. It's just so hard to make yourself do stuff. I've been saying I was going to do videos, but I haven't. It just seems scary. People can be so mean. Okay, so I'm going to cut the ends off. I don't want that part. Put that aside. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it small again. Alright, so that's done there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the solution as well. The solution that I had it in. I'm just going to pour this in. And I think I'll be back in around 1 minute. Here's the last around 10 seconds of the minute. And what I've been doing is, while it's been in the water, I've just been massaging it. Just been massaging it. It breaks it down as well as gets all the little nicks and crannies out. Any dirt or pesticides or whatnot that I'm missing. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rinse it off.